What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Vince Dow here, and here is a full review of Joe Biden's first about a day and a half in office, okay? Like, remember when people said that Biden was going to have a scandal-free administration? Yeah. Remember when people said the Obama administration was scandal-free, and that's why you won't have to worry about what your president is doing under Joe Biden? Yeah, well, that's already turned out to be a complete lie. First 2 days in office, now 3 days, but first 3 days in office, and we've already got some two pretty big, pretty bad scandals around him. Okay, so first of all, we've had this running list going for a while of all the Democrat politicians who have been breaking their own COVID rules, right? The COVID hypocrisy from people like Bill de Blasio, Andrew Cuomo, Gavin Newsom, the whole French laundry thing. But it didn't take Joe Biden very long, like literally within his first few hours in office, so not even a full day as being president, and the guy has already broken his own COVID rules, okay? So many of you guys will know because he talked about it incessantly that Joe Biden announced that on his very first day in office, and he followed through, his very first day in office, within hours of like taking the White House, he signed an executive order mandating masks be worn on all federal property, right? So now that's a new rule. I think it was basically a spoken rule before, but now for sure you have to wear a mask on all federal property, right? Well, guess what? Within hours later, guess what Joe Biden was caught doing? Not wearing a mask on federal property, okay? So a few hours after signing this executive order, he goes over to the Lincoln Memorial for Inauguration Day, pomp and circumstance, whatever it is, right? And here he is caught clearly not wearing a mask, okay? Like, he didn't wear a mask the entire time. Cameras around, too, so the guy probably wasn't even thinking. The guy probably forgot that masks exist, because, if he really meant, like, he thought of the idea himself, hey, I'm going to sign this COVID mask mandate, he'd probably remember that he has to follow it, but considering he's just spoon-fed everything that he signs and everything that he does, he probably genuinely forgot. But to the people who might say, oh, well, yes, he's not wearing a mask, but nobody is around him. Okay, number one, it doesn't matter if anyone is around you or not. Joe Biden just made it the rule that you have to wear a mask on federal property 100% of the time, regardless of whether or not you're social distancing or not. So that's not really an argument. But here's Joe Biden with a bunch of other people. Most of them are his family. But wait a minute. It doesn't matter because it doesn't matter. Joe Biden broke his own rules, and here's the Joe Biden's entire family breaking their own rules. Okay? So there we have, this makes the whole Gavin Newsom thing at French Laundry look like a tiny little slip up. Like, how is it that within hours of you signing your executive order on masks, you've already broken it? How does that even happen? Come on, Joe. Come on, man. Are you freaking kidding me here? Like, we've talked about a lot of hypocrisy on this channel, on my Instagram, all that stuff. Nothing comes anywhere close to what the hell Joe Biden just did here. How does that even happen? Oh, by the way, here's a very funny video of Joe Biden's press secretary, who I should add is completely unqualified, untalented, and not fit for the job. Trying to explain why Joe Biden was not wearing a mask on Wednesday. Yeah, spoiler alert, it's basically a non-answer.
Why weren't President Biden and all members of the Biden family masked at all times on federal lands last night if he signed an executive order that mandates masks on federal lands at all times?
At the inaugural
At the Lincoln Memorial, yes.
I think, Steve, he was celebrating an evening of a historic day in our country, and certainly he signed the mask mandate because it's a way to send a message to the American public about the importance of wearing masks, how it can save tens of thousands of lives. We take a number of COVID precautions, as you know, here in terms of testing, social distancing, mask wearing ourselves, as we do every single day. But I don't know that I have more for you on it than that.
On Joe Biden's second day in office, well, we got this whole National Guard scandal that you guys might have heard about. So, of course, as Joe Biden remember when during the election they had the whole suckers and losers story, like there was this completely bogus, fake insider source story from the Atlantic where they were saying that Trump called the fallen soldiers suckers and losers, right? And then they started making the argument like this is such a ridiculous argument. Anyone who bought this was an idiot. But they started arguing, oh, guys, see, Joe Biden is the one that cares about the troops. Joe Biden's the one that's going to protect our troops. And I think in his inauguration speech, he promised that he would protect the troops. Well, here we go. Okay, like immediately second day in office, first full day in office, really. And yep, he's already broken that too. So following the inauguration, as you guys know, they ordered about like 15,000 to 25,000 National Guard troops and military to the Capitol for no really explainable reason. And then, literally the day after the inauguration, guess what happens? They all got kicked into this tiny, cramped, very cold, powerless, literally one power outlet, one bathroom in the entire parking garage at the U.S. Capitol. Because I guess the Congress, the people decided, hey, we don't want these troops sleeping in the halls because we don't like them anymore. They're no longer useful to us. They're no longer useful for us to take pictures with. So we're just gonna kick them out. And of course, who do we blame for this? Well, I'm going to blame Joe Biden because you know what? He's the commander-in-chief. Joe Biden is the commander-in-chief now of the United States military. And he could have stopped this. Like, quite frankly, he could have stopped this. But again, this is like, are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for the next 4 years? Oh, boy, it's going to be so swell. I mean, we've been talking about the fact that, hey, Joe Biden is going to send, look, if this is what he's doing to our troops at home, imagine what he's going to do to them in the Middle East. Like, we already can predict that Joe Biden is going to send more troops to die in more endless wars for no reason other than imperialist oil profits. Joe Biden is trying to ban the new drilling of oil in America, right? He's trying to kill the American oil industry. But where are we going to get our oil? Because obviously we're not going to actually do renewable energy because it's too expensive and too untrustworthy. But of course, that's the point of it. Maybe that's part of the point of killing the American oil industry is, hey, we kill the American oil industry so that way there's no excuse to not continue these new endless wars in the Middle East. So if this is how Joe Biden is treating your troops, our troops, America's troops, like at home in his first day of office, just you wait for the next 4 years when the new wars start. Oh boy, like our troops are in for a rough time. God save them, God protect them. But this is Joe Biden's first few hours in office, folks. Okay, first few days in office. Here we go. He said he was gonna protect. Like, honestly, this should not be surprising to any conservative. But the guy's already failed like half of the things he said he was gonna do. Okay, because the guy says, "Oh, I'm gonna sign an executive order mandating masks on federal property, and then I'm gonna break that order." Oh, see, Trump thinks that our troops are suckers and losers. I care about the troops. That's why I had them stuck in a crowded garage with no power outlets. Okay. By the way, we haven't seen Joe Biden since. Has he actually done any been in front of the media at all? Like, I think the guy basically called a lid today. I don't even know what the guy did today. Nobody even saw the guy today. Is this for real? This is the next, honestly, considering that stuff like this is probably going to happen on the daily, I bet you this is going to be the case for the next 4 years. We're not going to see our president at all, which I guess would be fine if he just didn't do anything, but that's the problem. He's going to do plenty. And that's why you need to stay into it. You need to stay motivated into it, okay, folks? So we're going to try to keep this as entertaining as possible, but please, you have to stay in this fight. You have a dog in this fight, okay? We all have a dog in this fight. It's our country that's on the line here, okay? God save America. But anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching this video. We will continue to give you the updates because I know a lot of people find the news very boring. We're going to continue to give the important updates out of this Biden administration and, of course, as you know, all the regular content. So I will see you guys later, maybe tomorrow, maybe Sunday, with more videos. Be sure to subscribe to my Telegram channel. That's where the one place where we cannot be censored is Telegram. So be sure to subscribe to my Telegram channel. And be sure to check out the merch shop. The link is in the description because we're going to be overhauling the merch shop very soon. So a lot of designs are going to go. So if you want some of the VinceDao merch that might not be there, I'm not going to say which ones are getting rid of, but they might not be there. Be sure to click the link in the description, buy some merch, join the VinceDao Empire. And until next time, remember, alpha moves only. Leave a like and subscribe to join the Empire, and peace. Hello, VinceDao Empire. It is your Emperor speaking. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, be sure to subscribe, and be sure to check the links down in the description for some more epic, awesome stuff. Alright, go check it out. And if you didn't enjoy this video, but you love America, you should do all that stuff anyway, because if you don't subscribe to this channel, if you don't click out the links down below, then you also don't love America. So it's not really just about me, okay? And I don't make the rules. Other people make these rules for me. In fact, I believe it is George Washington himself who said, he wrote himself like 250 years from now, there shall be an Asian conservative YouTuber that you must subscribe to, or else you you are a traitor. Okay, so I didn't make the rules. Okay, go subscribe and go check out the links down in the description. Epic.